To begin, we are discussing the Pantheon from Rome and the Parthenon from Athens. Both are architectural wonders of their time that helped heavily influence our architecture today. Specifically, we are going to talk about the artistic prowess along with the issue with the chemical process of decay of both structures. The Pantheon and the Parthenon are built between 118 AD and 125 AD. It is still standing today in Rome. The Pantheon is an artistic and architectural design constructed under the rule of the Emperor Hadrian. The Pantheon burned down twice under the rule of two different emperors before the final Pantheon was built that we see today. The original purpose of the Pantheon is unknown. Hadrian sometimes held court there, and it was possible it was built to appease the gods. However, that's about all we know because early on there was not much written about it. In 609, Pope Boniface IV converted it into a Christian church. Most importantly, it is an architectural influence and incredible build of the time. It is 43 meters wide, as it is tall. The rotunda is an incredible 4,535 tons. If it were not for the oculus, the 9-meter hole in the top, the rotunda would not be able to withstand the weight, and it would collapse upon itself. It is also primarily made out of tufo giallo, brick fragments, concrete, and travertine. Some American architecture includes the U.S. Capitol, the Jefferson Memorial, and the National Gallery in Washington, D.C. Since the Pantheon is the best preserved structure from ancient Rome, it is easy to see the architectural craftsmanship of ancient Rome. It's even more impressive to see how well preserved the Pantheon truly is. The Pantheon is subject to massive stress under the rotunda under its own weight. This is called creep, but that's not the only issue. Concrete, its main component to withholding its structure, is under constant variance in Rome's weather cycle. Other things such as environmental decay can also play a large role. At some point, opening doors and windows can even begin to affect the structural integrity. If the building isn't maintained, like any structure, it begins to fall apart. I think the part that's so impressive is that the Parthenon went through hundreds of years of not being maintained up until Pope Boniface, and it is still remarkably standing today. The art itself has even managed to stay in good condition. The interior of the Pantheon was painted by Giovanni Paolo Panini and Battista Piranesi. The combed ceiling was created to reduce weight and, secondarily, its beauty. Christian-styled art was in some time around 630 AD. However, it shows the beauty of the changing purpose of the Pantheon. So let's move on to the Parthenon in Athens. It took 9 years to be completely built in 438 BC, and it was built at the peak of the Delian League. It was built on the former Athenian Acropolis and was dedicated to Athena. After the victory over the Persian invaders, the Hellenic elected to construct the Parthenon as sort of a thanksgiving for Greece. Possibly, there could have been an earlier Parthenon that was destroyed in 480, but it is unknown for sure. Unfortunately, it was majorly destroyed in a Venetian bomb to destroy the Ottomans' munition dump in 1687. Measured at the stylobate, the dimensions of the base of the Parthenon are 69.5 by 30.9 meters, or 228 by 101 feet. The cella was 29.8 meters long by 19.2 meters wide. That is 97.8 by 63 feet. On the exterior, the Doric columns measure 1.9 meters in diameter, which would be 6.2 feet, and are 10.4 meters high, or 34 feet high. The Parthenon was predominantly composed of Pentelic marble. Marble is a very reliable building material. However, when it is subjected to acid rain or sulfation, it can crumble. Sulfation occurs when moisture in the main component of marble, sulfur dioxide, transforms in calcium sulfate, dehydrate. It is unknown what the grade of the condition actually would have been in the Parthenon today if it was not destroyed. by the Venetians. The culmination that went into the Parthenon was the ability to construct a building with perfect proportions, a true art of symmetry. Harmonic ratios were reused for one of the first times in Greek history, and the architectural art style used was Doric, Ionic, and Corinthian.